Hello friends, my name is Deepak and today I'm gonna share with you some experiences from my wellness trip to Costa Rica. I landed in San Jose. This is San Jose downtown square. There's a national museum, lots of cafes, restaurants, shopping. I did not know if this place is safe at night, but the daytime looks very active and fun. This is Radisson Hotel in downtown with a lovely swimming pool, waterfall, and a perfect ambience to sit and practice meditation. We stayed here for one night and the next day morning we took off for La Fortuna. La Fortuna is a place where there is an active volcano called Arenal. So this was a group travel that I had booked through a travel company called G Adventures. And I got to meet a lot of fun and interesting people during this trip. On our way to La Fortuna, we stopped by at this coffee plantation project called My Cafecito. They employ around 2,000 local farmers and they took us through their farm, showed us how to pick beans and how to process coffee from these beans.
Okay, we are ready at coffee. So now water. We boil water. When water reaches the higher temperature, we remove water from fire and then we give like 10 seconds, wait that water cool down a little bit. Because if we add water right away inside of the filter, hot water burns coffee and flavor change a little bit. Okay, friends? Water. Mix. Add a little bit more of water.
We got to try a fresh cup of coffee which was brewed here in this simple machine. We also had local lunch here which included several options for protein like grass-fed beef, tilapia, which is farmed right here at this plantation. And this is served with rice and beans, some yuca, cassava, which is a staple diet here. We got to see some local performances from students who were trying to raise funds for building their high school facilities. The next stop was La Fortuna, where we stayed for about 2 nights. So this is downtown La Fortuna. As you see in the background of the church, there is an active volcano. It's called Arenal. There are some nice restaurants and cafes in downtown. I really like Organico Fortuna, which has got some organic food, coffee, and interesting smoothie options. This is the view from my resort in La Fortuna. We stayed at this place called Arenal Manoa, which has brilliant views of Arenal volcano from all around. We did some sunset yoga and singing bowl meditation at this place. So I was here in the month of July, which is a rainy season for Costa Rica. There are only 2 seasons in Costa Rica, which is rainy season and the dry season. The rainy season runs from May to mid-November, and the dry season runs from mid-November to April. There are not much temperature variations in Costa Rica because it's closer to the equator, and the rains in July are intermittent with plenty of sunshine throughout the days, so they won't stop you from doing your activities. So one of the best attractions of this trip was hot water springs. These waters have physical and chemical properties. Most of the resorts in La Fortuna have hot thermal springs right at their facilities. These waters are therapeutic and are known to cure stress, anxiety, eczema, psoriasis, and a bunch of other medical conditions. And if you really like to enjoy these thermal springs, a short distance from here there is a wonderful place called Ecothermalis. Ecothermalis got 5 to 6 pools, all with different temperatures, and the thermal springs originate right here at this location, unlike the resorts where they are piped from their source. Next day we did some sunrise yoga on Lake Arenal. There were some short lessons for beginners who were learning to paddleboard. And we took off to explore this beautiful lake which sits right at the base of Arenal Volcano. This is the country's largest landlocked water body, covering around 33 square miles. And here's us doing our paddleboard yoga at Lake Arenal. Next day it was time to leave for Rincon de la Vella National Park, and this area is a dry forest unlike rainforest we saw around La Fortuna. I did some zip lining, waterfall rappelling and rock wall climbing, which was a fun little adventure here. Next day we did some volcanic mud baths. There are many benefits of bathing in volcanic mud, like improvement in blood circulation, reducing inflammation, balancing pH levels, and relieving muscle and joint tension. There's a local guide available here in case you are traveling alone and need some help with mud painting. After this mud has dried, you can rinse it off in the freshwater river that flows nearby. Next day we started for Pacific Coast, and on the way we stopped at Nicoya Peninsula. Nicoya is a blue zone known for longevity of its residents, and there are many centenarians here. You see this really happy 75-year-old here selling a local treat which is made of shaved ice and fruit syrup.
What flavor is the best?
Our final stop was at an underdeveloped beach in a town called Playa Carillo. We stayed at this property called Nambu Bungalows. We did some sunset yoga here. It's a beautiful resort with lots of restaurants, bars, and the staff is really attentive. The closest town to Playa Carillo is Samara, which has a population of around 4,000 people. It has a few nice restaurants, cafes. The one I like is Love Burger, which is a vegan restaurant with lots of healthy food options. And another one is Samara Sushi, which is nice as well. Back to Playa Carillo, which has a population of around 1,800 people, and you'll have all these beaches with warm and pristine waters all to yourself. We did some surfing next day, and these waves and empty beaches make it a perfect place for beginners to learn and start surfing. So friends, what made this trip memorable for me is the fact that my itinerary was filled with some of the best wellness spots like hot springs, mud baths, yoga, meditation, and some of the beach activities that Costa Rica has to offer. I did not have to worry about planning my local transport, food, safety, etc., which was all taken care by my travel company, while I got to enjoy this wellness experience with all the lovely people that I met on this trip. Hope you like my vlog. Feel free to post any comments or questions. Pura vida!